Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Viaglo. If you're new here, my name is Gloria and I'm a full-time reseller on multiple different apps, and I resell clothes and shit. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my sales for the month of July. I'm going to talk about some new to me brands that sold, some disappointing sales, and then some of my favorite sales. If you might be interested in something like that, please stay tuned. So in the month of July, I made a total of 100 sales. I made 14 on eBay, 21 on Mercari, and 65 on Poshmark. So of course I'm going to be looking down because I have photos on here. But let's go over some new to me brands that sold first. So the first thing was actually on eBay, and it's these NRS Women's Guide Gunmetal Gray Elastic Nylon Spandex Shorts. I found these and I thought that they were an amazing quality, so I went on and picked them up. I did check comps and the comps look pretty decent, and these actually sold full asking price within 3 days of me listing it on eBay, so I was pretty happy and I would 100% pick this brand up again. The next one is a brand called Ming Wang. I came across a bunch of new with tag dresses from this brand, as well as cardigans and blazers, and I only picked this one up because it was in this beautiful brown color. I kind of regret not picking up some of the white ones that I saw too, because this one sold at my full asking price on eBay for $85, and I was pleasantly surprised because I didn't think it was going to sell for that much, honestly, but I was really happy, and yeah, I would 100% pick this brand up again. The next one actually sold on Mercari, and it's the brand called Oh My Gods, and I've never found this brand. I've never heard of this brand. I only picked it up off of Style, and once I checked comps, I saw the comps were doing pretty good, so I took it home and this thing actually sold within 1 day, so we love that. The next thing is also on Mercari, and it's this Urban Outfitters dress. This dress was kind of funny, but it was listed, and within like me waking up the next morning, I saw that it had 4 watchers on eBay, 4 likers on Poshmark, and then I saw that I had 2 messages on Mercari, and then somebody purchased it for full asking price on Mercari. So I was just kind of like, wow, is this dress like super popular? But while I was doing my research for this dress, I saw a dress very similar to this one, and it was going for like $100, and it had a shit ton of likers on it, but mine wasn't the exact dress, so I didn't want to price mine too high, and I got this at the bins, so I was just kind of like, let me not be greedy. So the next one is actually a brand that I never pick up, but I saw it at the bins and it was in amazing condition, so I was just kind of like, what's the worst that can happen? And it's called White House Black Market. I actually sold these for full asking price. I just woke up to a sale and I was just like, wow, okay, so if I see this style again, I would 100% pick it up. Only at the bins though. I don't know if I priced it too low, but I thought 28 was very reasonable for this style. This one was also a new to me brand. It's called Oak Hill. I've never picked it up, but I sourced it at the bins and I was just kind of like, let me test it out. And I noticed that this one did get a little bit of attention. It was of a larger size, so I don't know if that helped it sell, but I was pretty happy. I think I had it listed for like $32 and they sent me an offer for $20, and I'm like, I got it at the bin, so of course. So those are some of my new to me brand sales. Let's move on to some of my favorite sales that I had for the month of July. So the first one is actually on eBay, and it's these Merrell Shoes. Y'all, so I sourced these quite a bit of time ago, and when they sold for $35, I think I had them listed at $45, and they sent me an offer for $35. I graciously accepted it because these have been sitting for a little while and I was starting to regret that I picked them up, but when I received that offer, I was pretty happy. So this definitely made it on the list because it was an over $35 sale. The next one was actually on eBay, and it was this pair of Ralph Lauren purple label camel hair dress pants. I sold them for 80 bucks. I think I had it listed for 100 or 110. They sent an offer for 80. I thought that that was still very reasonable, so I went on and accepted it. I do think that these were probably the softest pair of pants that I've ever felt in my entire life, and if y'all ever felt camel hair, you know. The next one is a pair of Cole pants. I had these listed for maybe about a good week and a half. No likers across none of the platforms, so I started to think like, okay, maybe this was a bad pickup. But this one was a full price sale, and it's very rare to receive those, so I was really happy about that. This one was kind of cool because I sourced this at a estate sale, and I listed it for the exact price the last one sold for, which was the exact same size, and it sold for the exact same price at $49. And I didn't put any money into this because my boyfriend bought it, but it was like $1.50 that he paid, and I was pretty happy about that. And it's state property. I believe this is Rockaware, which is like a Jay-Z brand, and it sold. It took a little bit of time. I think it took maybe about 3 or 4 months to sell, but I would pick it up again, honestly. The next one is a pair of Rothy's. These sold for $71 on Mercari. I had these listed at like $85, and the only reason why I had it listed, I felt like a little bit low, because I washed these and it still had a little bit of dirt on the inside, and I'm just like, okay, I can't really say that these are a like new item because they still have that little bit of dirt, although they looked really good. So I listed them at $85, and I knew that somebody was going to send offers on Mercari because they always do. So $71 is what it sold for, and I was still pretty happy about that because I had 2 pairs of Rothy's, so no problem there. So the next one is actually a pair of Pantagonia shorts. I sourced these and they sold within 2 days, and love me some fast flips. And yeah, 30 bucks, can't beat that. So the next one is a pair of Pilcro and the letterpress embroidered slim boyfriend denim jeans. I love picking up this brand and their denim jeans because I've noticed that the sell-through rate is pretty high for me, so I, didn't see any problem picking this pair up, and this one sold the first week, and we love that. So these are just a pair of tennis shoes that actually were from my personal closet. I had them listed pretty high when I first listed them, and then after doing more research, realizing I had them listed entirely too fucking high, I lowered the price, and somebody sent me an $80 offer. I went on and accepted it because I was not going to wear these anymore. So the next one is a pair of Juicy Couture pants. I ironically was kind of talking shit about these in one of my hauls because I'm like, I don't know why I picked these up, because nothing is going for them. They didn't have any type of embellishment, any logo, anything on them to say that they were Juicy Couture, otherwise just the velour style. And then it sold the next day, so I was just kind of like, okay, we love that. And it was a full asking price sale, so that's even better. The next one was a marine layer like waffle knit shirt, and I was pretty happy when I found this because I think that Marine Layer is one of those brands where it's a good bread and butter brand to have. It's like super sustainable, and it's just one of those really nice brands to have in your closet. So when I sourced it, I had it listed for $40. I got an offer for $30. Of course I accepted it because I thought that was very reasonable. The next one is these pair of Hoka shoes. Now this could be on my favorite and like disappointing sales, mainly because I noticed that a lot of people sell their Hokas for like 50-60 bucks, and I don't really sell mine for that much. I think I got lucky the first time selling it for like 55, but these weren't the best lookers, if you will, and I just thought that if I didn't accept that $36 offer, they wasn't gonna sell. So I went on, and I kind of regret it. I feel like I could have at least minimum got like 45, but beggars can't be choosers. The next one is a pair of Patagonia baggies, I want to say. This one was a pretty good sale because I listed it the same day, and within like, I want to say 2 or 3 hours, I did get like offers on Poshmark and on Mercari, and I kind of waited on Mercari, but then this one sold full asking price right after somebody sent me a low ball of $15. So I was just like, we love to see it. And the next one is another pair of Rothy's. I sourced these with the other black Rothy's that I had, and these one took a little bit longer to sell. I had them listed, I want to say, at $100, and I knew that I was going to sell them for about $80. That was my goal. That's why I kind of had them listed a little high, but I received that $80 offer, and I was like, of course, these are yours. The next one is from my personal closet. These are just some space hippies, I want to say. I don't know if I undersold these, but when I looked up comps for this style, I noticed that they were ranging around $45. So I was just kind of like, interesting. But I paid, I want to say maybe $140, which I do think I end up paying too much for them, maybe a couple of years ago. But I wore them maybe 3 or 4 times, and I just didn't really have any use for them at that point. So I was just like, let me get rid of them. So when I received a $65 offer, I accepted it. The next one is actually a Prada dress. This one is a Flip Clients item. I had this one listed, I want to say at $65. Ironically enough, it was $65 on the tag, which was kind of funny. But I received an offer for $51. I accepted it because I thought that it was a pretty good price point. Y'all, it's dogs barking outside, so just please disregard it. Anyway, so this is a sleeping on snow dress. This was also from a Flip client. I sold this brand from a Flip client before, and it sold fairly quickly. I do believe that this is a really good brand to sell. I think it's because their material is really good. This was kind of like a super huge mixture of like Angora, wool, cashmere. It had a lot going for it, and I had it probably for $35, I want to say, or roughly around there, and I got an offer, and I thought $29 was a pretty decent price given that this is like a winter dress, kind of, sort of, I don't know. The next one is a pair of Lululemon pants. I sold both of these pairs of pants. I'm just put both of them on the screen. For one for $52, the other one was for $50. I did have them priced pretty high initially, like at $75, because I wanted to get about $50, and I knew that if I would have listed it for $50, I would have got offers for $30. So it's a mind game you gotta play. But I was pretty happy about that because I did kind of pay up for these, both of them. But we love to see Lululemon sell. I do think that Lululemon does the best out of like Lululemon in general, because the men don't mind paying for it, but the women do. Okay. And these were a pair of I want to say 7 for All Mankind, the A pocket jeans. I literally just listed these, and I took a nap and I woke up and I received a $30 offer, and of course I accepted it because I had them listed at $45, and I got them from the bins, so I was just like, yeah, $30 is totally fine. And lastly on my favorites list was these pair of Birkenstocks. This is actually my first time sourcing Birkenstocks, and I was really happy about it. These weren't like the Arizona, which is like the super classic ones, but I listed these at, I want to say $39, because when I checked like comps and stuff, these sell for like $50. So I was just kind of like, ooh, interesting. So when I put them at $39, Posture VA sent them a offer and they accepted it. So I was like, yes, we love that. And these sold within like, I want to say maybe 15 minutes of me listing it. So yeah. All right, so I classify these as like disappointing sales, but what I really mean is that these are like low dollar sales. These are items that sat for a long time. These are items that I just am disappointed that they didn't sell for the price point that I want them to sell for, but they were still decent sales for the most part. So the first one was actually an item that I sourced at the bins, and it was this Free People like tunic slub tank. For some reason, when it comes to Free People, I really be wanting to get like $30 for it, but it's really selling for like $18, $20. So this one got a lot of attention on all platforms, and I just knew it was going to sell at the $28 that I had it for, but it wouldn't sell. And I received this $22 offer on eBay, and I was like, finally somebody shot their shot, and I accepted it. So I would 100% pick it up again. I think I only paid 81 cents for it, so I can't be too picky. So this next one was also an item that I sourced at the bins from that same trip, so I only paid 81 cents for it. And Knox Rose is one of those brands where it's gonna sell. Like, it's gonna sell, it's gonna get attention, but I do think that the larger sizes will get you the better sale, if you will, because this was an extra large, and this only sells for maybe about $25, $30 brand new. So for me to get $15 for it, I think it was a pretty good sale. The next one is a Toad & Co casual blouse. I actually got this from a mystery box from a reseller. I'll link that video down below if you want to see it. I didn't know that it did have like a logo on it, so when I looked at the logo on like the hip, I was like, oh my god, this is Tote & Co. So I was really happy about that. Had it listed at $24. I sent them an offer for $18. They accepted it, so we love that. The next one is actually a new with tags Levi's white denim cutoff shorts. I didn't want to sell these for $27. I really wanted about $35 because it was new with tags. But you know, beggars can't be choosers, and you know, it is what it is. All right, so the next one is this pair of Paige denim jeans. I had these for over a year, y'all, and they finally sold. $30 is a pretty good price point, but it took over a year. So is it really, you know, a good sale? The next one is actually a bundle. I was pretty disappointed with this one, mainly because I thought that that sweater was gonna do so well when I first sourced it, because I'm like, ooh, it's wool, it's Angora and all of that, but she got attention, but she sat and she sat and she sat. And these shorts, I remember sending them to a flip client because I couldn't sell them and they couldn't sell it, so they sent them back and I relisted them, and this actually sold in a bundle for $35. So you know, what can you do? The next one is actually from J. Jill. This one, the price point is actually not that bad. The issue for me was that this one sat for a very long time. I want to say like a smooth 7 months. If you guys aren't familiar, I like to really sell my items between 2 to 3 months. I don't like things to sit for a very long time, and this one sat for a very long time, and it was pretty disappointing. This one is an Eileen Fisher. I don't know what this thing is called, honestly. I picked this up at the bins and I just knew that it was gonna do well, and we made it all the way down to $16 before it finally sold. So ridiculous. And that one sat for like 6-7 months as well. This one is a disappointing sale, mainly because of the price point. Spanx is just not that girl for me anymore. I still pick it up if it's cheap enough, but I'm not gonna get that $50-$60 that I would typically get. And this one was more disappointing, mainly because this is like a sought after style, which is like that faux leather. So I was really sad when it only sold for $33 and not like my $48 I believe I had it listed at. The next one is a pair of Eileen Fisher denim jeans. Like I said before, I had these for over a year and they finally sold. The price point isn't bad, but they took over a year to sell. Anyways, so these are some Everlane jeans. I actually had these for, I want to say maybe about 4 or 5 months. They took a little while to sell, and I've realized that Everlane denim is just probably a miss, honestly. But this price point was okay. I like to really sell my denim between $30 to $40 anyways, so it's not that bad. It's just that it sat for a little bit longer than I would have liked. The next one is a pair of Athleta kick crop jeans, I want to say. I was like a little bit excited to pick these up, mainly because when I sourced another pair of Athleta denim jeans, they sold for $35 within 2 days. So I was just kind of like, it's gonna have the same effect. Not these at all. These did not, and I was pretty disappointed, but I have realized that maybe if I pick up just larger size in Athleta denim jeans, they'll do a little bit better. And lastly was this Victoria's Secret Lacy dress. Lord Jesus, y'all. So I ended up putting this in a bin to take to Plato's Closet. I recently did a video on that, so I'll have that link down below if you guys want to see it. And they didn't accept it the first time. They didn't accept it the second time. So the exact same day when I looked in the bin to see if they accepted it, I received an offer for $7 that day. And I had it listed, I want to say for $16, and it got attention every time I relisted it, but nobody bought it. So when I received that $7 offer, I was just kind of like, yes, it is yours. I don't want it anymore. Get it out of my closet. My sales for the month of July weren't terrible. I definitely did a really good amount as far as gross sales, but after like thoroughly checking my after fees and after cost of goods, I didn't do as good as I would have liked. So that is something that I'm gonna have to work on. So I'm definitely gonna be sourcing at the bins a lot more, because I want to get my cost of goods a lot lower so I can have more money on the back end. But for the most part, July was a lot better than May and June, so I can't complain too much. Let me know how your sales for the month of July was. Were they good? Were they bad? Were they just okay? But thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.